Welcome back. One final point before we go tonight. Dick's Sporting Goods announces sales at their stores fell by a whopping 4% this quarter. Well, color me shocked. While the rest of the economy grew by 4%, Dick's suffered major losses. Well, what did they expect would happen when they banned the sale of AR-15s in their stores and ditched the remaining AR-15s that they had in stock already for scrap metal? That sounds like a solid business plan to me. Not. See, that's what happens when you spend your time virtue signaling about gun control. Your business tanks. Refusing to sell firearms to law-abiding Americans under 21 years old is not going to stop mass shootings. The vast majority of mass shooters are over 21 years old. Likewise, melting down your stock of AR-15s into scrap metal isn't going to stop mass shootings either. Most deadly shootings are committed with handguns, just like the shooting we saw in Jacksonville, Florida, that killed 2 people and injured 11 others. All that's going to happen if you put your merchandise in the garbage is your business is going to tank. The point is, gun control is never going to stop mass shootings. Blaming the NRA is never going to stop mass shootings. Speaking of which, former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley tweeted this week about Jacksonville saying, quote, "Another tragic mass shooting in Florida. Republican Governor Rick Scott proudly boasted that he passed more pro-gun NRA legislation than any other governor. Time to close the chapter on deadly pandering. Hashtag win back your state, Florida." Well, that's right. You keep blaming the 5 million law-abiding, gun-owning members of the NRA for a massacre that we had nothing to do with. Was the shooter an NRA member? No, he wasn't. Have any of the mass shooters ever been NRA members? No, they haven't. Here's the thing. There are ways to stop mass shootings. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that 98% of mass shootings in the United States in the past 50 years were committed in gun-free zones. I even had a Democrat on my show this week who worked for the Obama campaign who admitted gun-free zones are invitations for killers to wage their attacks because they know nobody else is armed. If we want to end mass shootings, we can abolish gun-free zones. We can implement gun violence restraining orders so mentally deranged people can't get their hands on firearms. We can encourage law-abiding people, even qualified teachers and security guards, to carry firearms for self-defense. We can expose the government institutions that failed to keep us safe, like the Broward County Sheriff, the FBI in Parkland, the Air Force in Sutherland Springs, and private entities like the video game tournament in Jacksonville that didn't have any security even though the gamers said they'd been threatened before. And we can stop trying to implement gun control because we know that doesn't work. And neither does turning your stock of AR-15s into scrap metal. And that's my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.